In this video, I'm gonna walk you through our superhuman productivity system. See, back in 2020, I built, scaled, and exited a performance coaching company that was one of the fastest growing coaching companies in the region. And we actually did something that a lot of people thought was impossible. We were charging extremely high prices for our protocols because we had such a deep knowledge when it comes to performance that a lot of people wanted to access it. And now, what I want to do in this video is I'm going to give away a lot of the stuff that we used to do back then that allowed us and our clients to thrive within their business, within their life, within their health, within their family, and just dominate the entire market. Because you know better than I do as entrepreneurs. Like, let's be honest together for a second. Like, you know better than I do as an entrepreneur. You wake up, you have a million things to do every single day. A million things to do every single day. Like, even for me, sometimes I forget to eat if I didn't have it proper in front of me. Sometimes, like, I have two dogs, I have to take them out for a walk, but I also have to post content, but I also have to make offers, but I also have to check up on clients, but I also have to build resources and SOPs for the business. So there's too much going on at any given moment within your business. And if you don't have a protocol, if you don't have a system that helps you perform at a very high level, it's going to be kind of impossible for you to maintain it. And sadly, this is why a lot of people burn out. So first things first, before we start over here, what matters the most is here. See, one of the principles that I follow when it comes to performance is the law of momentum. See, I want you to imagine with me a boulder rolling down a mountain. Nothing can really stop it if you think about it, unless you put a wall in front of it and just slams into the wall and it stops. When it comes to momentum, when it comes to your performance, nothing really can stand in your way on as long as you protect it. As long as you protect it. As long as you look at this boulder that's just rolling down and anything that might stop it, you remove it before it happens, it will keep on rolling down. This is the thing that I like to think about. Momentum is not to be built, it's to be protected. As human beings, we're energy, and energy is always in constant movement. So our job is to structure our day and structure our weeks in a way where we don't sabotage this movement. Can you see the principles? It's not about adding, it's about subtracting. It's not about doing more, it's about doing less and allowing the natural flow of your body to move forward. And to do that, we need to understand the keystone habits. Now, when it comes to keystone habits, each person's habit is different. But what is a keystone habit initially? A keystone habit are small foundational actions that trigger chain reactions, leading to widespread positive changes. In other ways, think about a domino. A domino, small one, small piece, you just flick it. And it just drops to the bigger and the bigger and the bigger and the bigger piece until we get a pretty big chain reaction at the end of it. With your habits and with your performance and with your productivity, you have very small habits that if you miss out on, you feel that your day just entirely got slapped in the face. That's the best expression that I could give you right now, because I know I feel it too. But when you do them and when you're consistent with those keystone habits, it's like nothing could stop you. It's like you're moving and nothing could just hold you back. That's what we want to figure out. We want to figure out your keystone habits. And out of your keystone habits, we want to create a checklist that you can check off every single day so nothing stands in your way. So what is the best way for us to create keystone habits to protect your momentum? Actually, it's completely different for each person. So down below in the comments, you're going to find this resource. All that you have to do is just come over here, copy and paste this into AI. Now I'm going to take a new chat. So let's take a new chat. You copy and paste this. And now the job of AI is to help you. It's going to give you stuff that you have never realized. Okay. And it's to help you figure out what are your keystone habits in your life. For me, I'm going to give you an example. Some of the keystones habits in my life, I'm going to open up. This is something that we're going to reach together in a second. But for me, It's 5 deep execution blocks completed. So if I don't wake up and immediately get to work on something that I know that needs to be done, I feel that my day just got wasted. I have a friend who I gave this to. His thing is that he usually wakes up and he's always in constant movement. So his keystone habit in the morning was to wake up and just walk without a phone for 10 minutes. Without a phone, without trying to think about something, just walk, disconnect. So that's one of my keystone habits. Deep work block in the morning, no phones, no distractions, just get the thing done and go and do it. That's the first thing. The second keystone habit that I have is 7 shutdowns. Now, we're going to get to this later on when it comes to regulating serotonin. But for me, what I found is if I don't shut down my day at the end of every single day, it tends to go with me to sleep. So, sometimes when you're in bed, you want to sleep, you're tired, but your mind can't stop thinking about stuff to do. That's me, pretty much. So I have to have a shutdown ritual or a shutdown routine, or this moves into my sleep, and then this drops into the second day because I sleep very badly and I wake up very grumpy. Lifting sessions, of course, those are my habits: 3 runs, recovery and mobility day, and a date night with my fiance. So if I do those things, I'm good. In the AM, my business is completely taken care of. Okay. In the PM, I shut down and I relax. My training and my nutrition are taken care of. And my fiance, soon to be wife, is taken care of. Now, you have to figure out your own. I cannot give it to you. This video is not like copy my performance routine and you're gonna make money, or no. I don't like that stuff. Even when people work with me to help them scale their businesses, everything that we do, whether we're working on them, their performance, their identity, or their business, is always fully customized because there isn't one size fits all approach. This is why I have those prompts over here. This is why I have all of this data that will help you. Now, after you come up with your keystone habit, all that you do is copy and paste this prompt over here. So this is the daily structure. And as you see over here, like it gave me my key. So let's figure out what is the keystone habit. Every morning I do a 20-minute closed container session. So this is it, exactly what I showed you. A deep execution session. So nothing stands in my way in the morning. And then all that you have to do is copy and paste the second prompt that I just showed you. And you have to fill out those two. So my goal is $1.4 million this year. And my biggest constraint is currently right now, actually, I'm going to give you my actual biggest constraint right now. It's scaling our back-end systems. And then what it's going to do is it's going to give me a daily structure, daily flow to help me implement this keystone habit. That's the first thing that I want you to do. So once you do that, one second. So once you do that, what happened in your life right now is that you know exactly what needs to be done, so you can start your day or end your day or midday momentum, depending on your habits, on your rhythms, and AI will know what to do with that. The second thing that we're trying to do right now is regulate your serotonin. See, we've done a lot of studies and we've done a lot of tests on ourselves, on our clients, on how can we perform at an extremely high level and what is kind of the chemical that helps us perform at a high level or that just slaps our performance right in the face. And it turns out that the key one is serotonin. And here's why. Here are some studies. Actually, you could go read a lot of studies by yourself, but I'm just going to give you a quick summary. Serotonin is a crucial neurotransmitter and hormone regulating your mood, sleep, appetite, digestion, and more. In other ways, serotonin is the happy chemical. Now, it is the chemical that stabilizes your mood and emotions. Entrepreneurship, building a business, is not a math game, it's an emotional game. The person who cannot manage his emotion and manage how he feels and manage how he operates on a day to day basis is guaranteed to fail. He's guaranteed to fail. Because if you had a fight with someone that you loved and that affected your business, you're gonna fire someone that you shouldn't have fired. If you woke up and you felt pretty bad because you woke up grumpy and you created content because you woke up grumpy from a place of anger, this is going to reflect on your brand. So it's very important for you to have your emotions completely regulated in your business. It also affects your sleep, your digestion, your memory, sexual desire, bone health, everything. So if you know how to regulate your serotonin, there's nothing in the world that can stop you. So for that, I created something called a serotonin quiz. Again, you copy and paste this prompt over here. You go to a new chat and you drop a question. You drop the prompt pretty much. And it's going to ask you a question at a time to test your current serotonin levels. And after it tests your current serotonin levels, you give it this prompt over here. Based on everything you know about me, what is the best way to boost my serotonin levels? You copy, you paste it over here after you answer the 20 questions, and it's gonna give you how to boost your serotonin levels. So for me, one of the reasons why my sleep was getting affected, which affected my serotonin levels, which affected my stress levels, which I couldn't scale because of that. It was very hard for me to grow my business because I always just didn't feel like it, really, was the shutdowns. I didn't have shutdowns, so my sleep was pretty bad. My mind was always racing. I was always overthinking. I was always overwhelmed. And because I was in that emotional state, I couldn't really do anything in my life. Anything. Nothing could be done in my life. Plus, the Sunday Command Center. So, what I realized based on my tests, so this is why everything is fully customized for you, and this is why you need to get down and then just do the exercises. Based on my tests, if Monday clocks in and I wake up on Monday and I don't know what this week is going to be about, the entire week gets messed up. The entire week gets messed up. And you know what I mean. When you wake up on Monday and you're like, oh, we have stuff to do. And you start doing stuff. What? Why? When? How? We're just going to do stuff. This used to punch me in the gut every single week. And for months, I didn't know why. What was the reason I was dealing with that? Until I did the serotonin test. And it turns out that my serotonin was very dysregulated because I didn't really plan my week, my days, and close off my days. So this is where the Sunday Command Center came from. Plus the 2x free meals. So I'm an athlete, by the way. I don't know, it doesn't show on camera right now because I'm wearing baggy clothes and it's pretty cold outside. But I'm an athlete at heart, okay? I work out a lot, I run, I lift a lot. I was a D1 football player when I was younger. And one of the things I really struggled with in my life was food. I always had a big appetite for food. So when I started doing more diets and restricting my calories, one of the things that was really affecting my mood and my serotonin was just my inability to eat stuff that I like to eat. And I always had like 0 cheat meals, 0 whatever it is. And then after doing the serotonin test, I realized like, wait a second, we don't need to have this problem. What we can do is have 2 free meals per week. Those free meals, I can eat whatever I want to eat, but at 80% capacity. So I don't want to get up and feel like I can't stand anymore. I want to just be like, okay, good. I could eat more, but I don't want to. I've satisfied my appetite. And by doing that, man, you have no idea how well my just presence is, my mood. It's amazing day after day. So this is what happens when you do those two things. The keystone habits, what are your keystone habits, and your serotonin regulation. Once you do those things, you'll be unstoppable. You'll be a superhuman. There's no question about it. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. And this is where you can even go down the rabbit hole of setting up something that we call the PPW and PPD. So within my program, I teach my clients something called the PPW, which is perfect predictable week, PPD, which is perfect predictable day. I'm going to show you the perfect predictable day. So in the morning, deep work session. Again, zero, 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 zero distractions. Then I have a growth block, which is the block where I grow my business. So I actually segment my tasks into 3 sections, very important sections. Deep work, one thing that will create leverage over a long period of time and that I could work on in the morning. Growth block, that grows the business right now. So deep work is long-term growth. Growth block is short-term growth, and then client work. So building systems, building resources, building backends, building leverage assets for clients and for myself too. So this is how my day is structured, pretty much client block, and evening, it's just me with my fiance, soon to be wife. So this is our superhuman performance routine. Now, of course, this is not everything that we can do, because this is just on the surface level. There's also mindset and limiting beliefs. So if you have limiting beliefs around the stuff that you're doing, they're going to drain your energies, because you have open loops in your mind that are not closed. Something that I'll actually create another video about it. But for the sake of this video, what I want you to get out of it and what I want you to understand is very simple. Your productivity is not something that you need to ignite. It's something that you need to stop stopping. So a boulder is rolling down a mountain and there's a wall. You can push, 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 but if you remove the wall, it's going to be much easier for the boulder to stop rolling. This is what you can do. It's really easy. Do it and tell me how it goes.